Why did I cry tears of joy when my gynecologist diagnosed me with an STD? I was 13 years old when I met my husband in 7th grade, and we've been together ever since. We got married at 21, bought our first house at 25, and spent the next 2 years trying desperately for a baby. And last month, I finally discovered I was pregnant. When those 2 pink lines appeared on the test, I literally fell to my knees crying. He spun me around in our kitchen until we were both dizzy and laughing like teenagers again, but something shifted 3 days later. I was digging through my purse for my car keys when Theodore pulled out a small bottle of men's cologne from inside. It was a brand I didn't even recognize. Whose is this? His voice was quiet, controlled. What? I don't. I've never seen that before. It was in your purse, Lauren. I know, but I don't know how it got there. Maybe it fell in at the store or, right. He set it on the counter, still staring at it. Probably nothing. I genuinely had no idea whose it was because I don't even have male friends. We all know how that turns out. But a week later, he found a hotel key card in my jacket pocket. The Marriott downtown, room 453. This time he didn't ask, just held it up, waiting for a confession that didn't exist. Theodore, I promise, I don't know what that is. 3 people have texted me that they've seen you with another guy holding his hand. His voice cracked. Jason's wife saw you at Starbucks, and Mike from the gym. Even Mrs. Bridge next door. They all said the same thing. Seen me with who? There's nobody. Stop lying to me. He threw the key card at the wall. I'm not stupid, Lauren. I only love you. I'm living in your house. I'm pregnant with your baby. Are you? Those 2 words destroyed me. He filed for divorce the next morning. The next 3 weeks tore me apart piece by piece. The paternity test proved it was his baby, but that didn't matter anymore. Theodore would sob at night through our bedroom door. He'd lost 15 pounds. The prenup I'd signed at 21 suddenly felt like a noose. If I'd cheated, I'd get nothing. Just tell me who it was. He begged one night, his whole body shaking. Please, I need to know who. There's nobody, Theodore. I love you. Only you. How can you keep lying to my face? He called his parents that night. I could hear him sobbing on the phone, his mother's voice getting louder with every detail he shared. By Friday, word had spread through his father's company, the company where I'd worked for 3 years. HR called me in on a Saturday. We think it's better for everyone if you resign immediately. Even my own mother texted me. We raised you better than this. Nothing else. When I tried calling, she didn't pick up. My sister let me move into her basement, but her husband pulled me aside after 3 days. Look, I'm sorry, but you need to find somewhere else. We have kids to think about. 1 week, that's all I can give you. I had $247 to my name. The worst part was watching Theodore crumble. Just admit it so I can start healing, he said when I went back for clothes. Please, Lauren, just tell me the truth so I can move on. But there was no truth to tell. I felt so lonely that I started to get worried about my baby absorbing my stress hormones. I almost broke down during the first prenatal appointment with my gynecologist, Dr. Badge, because it was the most gentle someone had touched me in weeks. She was halfway through the routine exam, measuring my belly and checking the baby's position, when she suddenly stopped. I'm going to run a full panel, just to be thorough. An hour later, she called me back into her office. My stomach dropped. In 11 years of seeing Dr. Badge, I'd only been in that room once, when she discussed my fertility options before Theodore and I finally got pregnant. Please, have a seat. She closed the door behind me. Is the baby okay? My voice came out strangled. The heartbeat looked strong, right? You said everything measured normal? The baby is perfectly healthy. She sat down across from me, pulling my chart closer. But there's something in your blood work we need to discuss. My mind raced through possibilities. Lauren, your test came back positive for chlamydia. The words hung there, not making sense. That's impossible. I've only been with my husband. For 15 years, only him. She looked at me with pity. The strain you have typically presents symptoms within 4 to 6 weeks of transmission. If you've never slept with anyone else, then the only way you could have it is if Theodore slept with someone else. The room tilted as everything clicked. I wasn't the one who cheated. He was. He must have come close to being exposed, and that's why he'd just spent weeks setting me up to take the fall for his affair. Also, he wouldn't have to pay child support. The tears streaming down my face weren't sadness anymore. They were pure relief that I had uncovered the truth. And now, 2 years later, when Theodore sends me court-mandated money that I won in the divorce, I sit in my Manhattan penthouse with my baby girl and smile.